Welcome to the Inner Circle podcast. I am your host and my best girlfriend coming to you like Dorothy and Toto. Who's that Toto? Yo somos double entendre. Who's the Toto?
What a name.
Hi
Hello.
everyone. Welcome to the Inner Circle podcast. I mean, we do the episode every week, but I feel like the last few weeks we've had guests, so it's just us squirrel friends, as Lady Rue would say. How are you, girlfriend? How's your day
Good.
going?
I'm good. Can't complain. Doing okay. Um, this week has been like so annoying. It's been slow at work, but also like I had to go get another mammogram. Luckily, it's nothing like horrendous, and it is breast cancer awareness. So
Yes, I'm wearing pink in honor of.
ladies and men should go check their boobs. Check your boobs.
You know what? It's funny you say that because I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I be feeling my chest, and because I know that that could happen, I be feeling like what under or whatever where you can have lumps and stuff. So I be
Yeah.
feeling it. Although I have like chest plates, as people like to say, I still be touching myself for lady lumps.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Even like the most healthiest and fitness fanatics of them, like
Mhm.
males, can get breast cancer
Yeah,
if
I
it's
heard.
running in their family. So I had to do that. Health wise, I have to do a couple things, and then
Ooh.
dating just sucks. Yeah,
Relation-
dating sucks. But
Relationships can suck.
I
uh,
feel like you know what it is. I feel like when you think when you're single and you think that you've done the work and you're ready for being in a relationship, it just cracks the door open to previous past traumas and like triggers
mm,
that you have to like deal with now. And it sucks because like if you don't handle them accordingly, that will follow you. But also, there are things in like a healthy or a loving relationship that can bring out shit from your not even your past but things that you haven't dealt with. I was listening to the podcast Relation Shit from Cami Crawford,
hmm
and she made a good point about being in like a sense of like being just in a great place in your life and being happy and in love. You start thinking of previous instances or like how something's gonna come, like the the unknown or like when the other shoe's gonna drop. And boy, have I gone through it. I'm already getting hot, but I this too shall pass.
Yeah, listen, what I love about us is that we in this podcast is, we are people and we talk about everything and we like to relate to other people because we all as humans go through stuff. And it's true, like it is true being in a relationship. And also what's hard too, I will add to that is I don't like to give up on things easy. And I've said this before, but it's
Me
very
neither.
hard to work on something when there's been past things that have gone on and could be very triggering. So, like you said, you are waiting for that shoe to fall, or like the smallest little thing triggers you because it feels like something reminiscent is gonna happen again or whatever. So it's hard. And when you do think, me myself being in therapy since like 2000 and what, like 11, 12, 12.
Yeah, since I
I don't
met
remember what, when I got into it, but and what I was going through at that time. But you think you're fine and you're a thing, and it's like, but that's life. That's life. Is we always a work in progress. We take big steps, but there's sometimes some setbacks or a little reversion or whatever, but we shouldn't beat ourselves up about it. As long as, like, at the end of the day, we know in our hearts of hearts we are trying our best to do the work, but we're not perfect. So that's people, and that's for everyone. But I know this weekend you had you had a little guest over, a furry guest. Um,
Yeah, I was dog sitting Gizmo. My nephew came into town. He came uptown. Honestly, having Gizmo was a delight, even though I was like, oh, this freaking dog doesn't do shit but sleep. I want to play around and patch. I want to, cuddle and stuff. But he actually was like a big cuddle bug. And we were watching this Peacock show called Long Bright River. It was so good. I recommend it with Amanda Seyfried. Um,
oh
it was
man,
nice to be a little dog mom for a little bit, for a few days. That's all I give it. And I was just like, oh, Gizmo. But yeah, it was cute to have him here. It was nice.
he's definitely listening. He had his ears perked when you said his name. He's over here. Um,
I
but
will say
yes.
when I had my time, my moments where I was like sad and shit, Gizmo could tell. Like dogs are so intuitive. It's
Hmm.
insane how
Yeah,
intuitive.
they are. They are that. Yeah. But the reason why you was dog sitting is because I was in Montreal, and if you guys don't know, make sure to follow the Inner Circle Podcast Instagram page where I just put up a reel of my trip. But yes, I finally, after years, made it to Montreal. I feel like this year has been the year of knocking off like places I've been wanting to go to for years.
Yeah.
San Francisco, Nashville, and now Montreal. Amsterdam's one of them. But
Mhm.
listen, three out of the four to get done this year, and I'm very thankful and blessed. And I fell in love with Montreal. I travel and stuff. It's not many places I say, "Oh, I would move here," but because for the most part, when people travel and they're on vacation, they always feel that way, like, "Oh my god, I will move here." I felt like that about Miami, and I only lasted like 6 months. But Montreal is one of those. No, Montreal seriously one of those places where I was like, "Yo, I will move here for many reasons." But I had such a great time from. Oh, really quick, Montreal has put a new goal, and when something sticks in my head like that, like I'm serious about it. I am going to learn French.
I mean, I
I
could
am
teach you.
going to learn French because, little fun fact, in sixth grade was it had to be sixth grade because I was good at transfer. Okay, so sixth grade and middle school, I took French class for 2 quarters, which is like half a semester for those people
Mhm.
that don't know, or those people that don't do quarters no more. um there's marking periods nowadays is what we call them, but quarters. So I took it for 2 quarters. I wasn't doing great. I had like C like the first quarter, then like D plus the second quarter. So I wanted my average to go up, period. So after the second quarter, I'm like, nah, I gotta switch to Spanish for an easy grade point average boost. So I switched to Spanish and never stuck to the wee wee. That wee wee. Because I stuck to wee wee, all right. But I did it never stuck to that. So being in Montreal and the French and reading things and how it's like some of it, some words are like Spanish-y where I could understand like little about some
It's
things. I'm like, I
real.
want to learn it. I was fixated. I kept saying it all weekend. I want to learn it. But fun fact, real quick, also the French from the French from Montreal is different from the French in Paris, and the people told us that
In Paris or Quebec?
huh? No,
Wait,
from
you said the
Paris, from France.
from
The people
France.
in Montreal, yes, the people in Montreal said like when people from actual France come, they kind of have a hard time understanding the French.
Yeah, that's the same
Different
thing with
dialect.
like a lot of French colonies. Like Haiti speaks French, but they speak Creole, which is like a patois of France, of
Okay.
French, because they were colonized by the French, but they don't speak like the same French that France speaks. It's very similar to Spanish because they're a part of the Romance languages. Latin is composed of all those languages. So is Italian, Portuguese. Uh,
Hmm.
there are even some like Arabic words in Spanish and French that are like intertwined. I know this because I was in the French Honor Society since third grade. So like I
Mm.
took French. I remember my favorite teacher. Her name is Pamela Meadow. She was my third grade teacher. I hope she's still alive because she was such. She reminded me so much of Celine Dion, and she was so sweet. And she was like the first person that told me like, "Oh, Melanie, you should learn French." And like, while everyone wanted to learn Spanish, I was learning Spanish at home. Why would I want to learn Spanish? And I didn't want to speak with the zeta, with the lisp, like the Spanish, like the Castellano. So I learned French. It's crazy because now I can hear it and understand it, but I can't speak it.
Mm.
I can read it fluently and I can't speak it.
So I think since I know that you told me about the French, so I knew you spoke French, and I thought about you while I was over there. I'm like, oh, like Melody was like, but
Yeah.
me, maybe now that I do really want to learn it, and I even came back to work, and I was talking to someone that works at a high school, and
Duolingo.
she told yes, that's what she told me, Duolingo. That and I'm serious about it. I'm really serious about it, and it's just funny how some things come years later, kind of circle because it's something that I really was interested in sixth grade. I'm like, oh yes, French. I was excited about it.
Yeah.
You know, when I got a C one quarter and then a D plus the next quarter, I'm like, damn it, and I
I
wanted to
almost
really
think Quebec French is actually easier to learn than like French from
wait.
France.
Quebec. What do you mean Quebec?
Quebec,
Quebec, Canada,
Quebec,
right?
no, Quebec is like a province, I think, in
Yeah, in
Montreal.
Canada, yes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's
But there's
in Montreal.
Montreal though. You
Yeah, Quebec is in Montreal. Quebec is a city in Montreal.
but Montreal is a city too. Oh wait, Montreal. Oh, Quebec is a city in Montreal. Montreal's the okay,
Let
got it.
me look that up because
I don't know their
I
geography. I
study
just go.
geography, but I could be wrong.
I just go because I think Montreal Quebec is different than Montreal. Yeah, Quebec is a whole nother big city.
Quebec City is the capital of the Canadian province of Quebec, but where is Montreal? I
Montreal's
thought
its own thing. Like Toronto. Toronto's its own city. And so Niagara Falls. I've been to Niagara Falls, Toronto, and I finally made it to
Montreal. No, no, Montreal is the largest city in Quebec. So I got it wrong.
there you go.
Quebec is like the big province, and
Okay.
Montreal is the city.
Here we go, learning together. Everyone on the Inner Circle
Ooh,
podcast.
I was sweating. No, but
No, I
yeah,
love Montreal, and you will. I think you will love Montreal. My recommendations now that I've done all like Toronto, Montreal, Niagara. Niagara Falls is so typical, but
mhm.
for people to do. But I would recommend first Montreal, and I've been told for years, and this is why like my excitement going to Montreal and coming out of Montreal. I'm like, I'm still on a Montreal high because it's. I really loved it. Like I love the hotel I picked. You know, sometimes I have mishaps.
Good. You did good in Dallas. Yeah, like you picked good hotels.
You know, there's mishaps
In
there, but I
Dallas.
gotta give my. And I was given you know, and thank you for the props too. But the hotel was there. I did. Oh my god, really quick. Also, I keep saying really quick because I don't want to take too much time on Montreal. But the Notre Dame
Notre Dame.
Basilica or Basilica.
Basilica.
Someone corrected me over there when I said it.
Right.
It's either Basilica or Basilica. I went to that because you know I love like one
Come
of the.
on, Quasimodo.
Come on now, Hunchback on Notre Dame.
I'm Esmeralda.
Ooh, I had a
No,
thought
I'm
there.
not gonna be that person.
I'll hold that for another segment. I had a thought there
No,
about.
I was that in like fifth grade.
Okay, never mind. But I love architecture. That's one of my favorite things. Like I'm a visual person, so like one of my favorite things about traveling to different places is just like being enamored by the buildings, like architect and all that. So I went to I definitely one of the things I definitely knew I wanted to do going into Montreal was the Notre Dame Basilica.
Basilica.
And I had they do this light show inside y'all that like I would recommend to anyone is a church. First of all, that's another thing I love to do is going to different churches where I travel because I'm like taken to the heavens when I walk into different churches and the architecture, the art. And this, wow. The light show, the music, they actually use like the organ music. It was
I want to
a
go now.
spiritual trip, I'm gonna call it, because I was thinking, I'm like, I'm sure there's some people that be on some shit, some shrooms and stuff coming in here to church and tripping out in a good way. I didn't. Not on Jesus Sunday.
That's crazy. That's like terrible. I
But
have a better chance of going to Montreal than I do Toronto because we have a showroom in Montreal.
well, baby girl, let's make it happen because I will go back again in a quick, real quick. I will go back again. It was amazing. Um, the gay life as well. The village, they have a village. I'm like, I feel like all gays have a village all over so every major city. They have an actual a place called the village as well, which is a gay area. A bunch of bars and clubs in one strip, which I'm like, you know what? New York, we do have a lot of different bars and clubs, but to have it on one main strip, we don't have that. We may have like two, three, four,
We have
but
neighborhoods though.
Montreal had like definitely like we were talking about it, like a good two handfuls. So, and all like in that radius. So, amazing time. I recommend it if you're looking to go to Canada and you're trying to decide between like Toronto or Niagara Falls and stuff. Niagara Falls, leave that for last. So, make it a day trip. If you're in Toronto, make it an activity. Where you could get picked up, they drive you, take you all around, whatever. Make it an activity. Don't go specifically to Niagara Falls like I did once in 2015. But I recommend Montreal, hands down. Amazing time. Can't wait to go back again. Can't wait to go
That's
back.
awesome.
But it's speaking of traveling, something this weekend I was bombarded with
Oh, I
DMs
know I have to tell you something about traveling.
and comments and stuff, and questions. Not everything I answered because I'm sorry, like especially when I'm in the moment, like I'm not going. It's not that I'm ignoring or whatever, but it's like I am living in the moment of questions of who I was traveling with, and
Yeah, I
I
got hit
couldn't
up a
help to,
lot.
I couldn't
Like a
help
lot
to
of people were
wonder.
asking me about you and like you traveling and stuff. And my response was take it up with him when you see him because I'm not your representative. I'm not the House of Representatives.
And
I'm
you
not
never
the
told me who
Speaker of
was
the House.
asking you. You got to tell me after the show. But I can't help to wonder, a la Carrie Bradshaw, can't we normalize exes traveling together and it just
No,
being that a friendly travel? Let's talk about
no.
it.
I personally would never travel with my ex because like they're an ex for a reason. However, if you guys are on good terms and you guys are cordial and you guys have a understanding whether you're friends with benefits or you guys are just like actual look at him grinning like the fucking the meerkat. um I,
That's
as long
that's
as you guys are like actually friends and it's not an issue and you guys get along with traveling, then do it, that's fine. However, it doesn't need to be messy where you're like labeling like traveling with exes because I'm pretty sure the person that you traveled with wouldn't want to just be labeled as an ex. That's not cool. I
yeah.
would I would want to be called like if I not Hatui, that would never happen. But if I were to travel with my ex, I wouldn't be like, oh, this is my ex. Like I would call him my friend if we're like
Certain exes, not any ex. Certain exes, of you will be traveling with.
yeah, that's true. All
So
but one.
yeah,
But yeah, I know a lot of people were like all up in your biscuit trying to find out who you were traveling with, and I find that to be hilarious. It made me also think like this is a side conversation for later. I don't think I want to be here for Thanksgiving. I think I want to go
actually,
somewhere for Thanksgiving.
there's a few conversations. You see, my mind be at the speed of light, and I be meaning to tell you things, but because there's so much in my mind, sometimes I forget. But there's a few things we got to discuss about travel now with
Yeah,
certain things going
we
on.
can we can pivot, but
But we always pivot. But see, here's some comments that I got from the social medias in regards to normalizing exes. Some people said depends on the ex. Hell, it depends on the two people. I agree. I'm really good friends with an ex. Our breakup was my fault, and he forgave me. I wanted him as a friend because he is such a good person. This definitely depends on the people and mindset.
sounds like my life.
Exes can be friends. Oh, it depends on what you did and your level of maturity. If my new partner isn't okay with it, I'll respect that because my ex had their chance to treat me right. And you know what? I agree with that. If my new partner is not comfortable with it and he's not coming along, Yeah, and that's
You
a
remember when
conversation.
I had a partner that didn't like us having slumber parties?
Oh, I did. Who?
Girl, girl.
What does the name rhyme with? Who's the
I'm not,
number
no,
one, number two, number three, number four? You know all my
the
exes
one
and
you don't like. But like, yeah, like, girl,
someone
it's just us girls.
someone said no. I mean, isn't this pretty standard with gays? Someone else said I'm very good friends with all my exes, and then someone said, nah, they might be friends and cordial. That's cool, but no traveling alone or spending time alone. Not out of jealousy, but respect, because an ex is that for a reason. And I could see that too. I could see that too, and I agree. Again, with me, and I've said this, I've had this discussion with certain people. If I'm in a new relationship and I'm head over heels over this person, like I really like this person likes me, and it's like I'm about connection. When I know, and that connection. I've said it. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
but no. At that point, I'm gonna have big boundaries, especially if this new person's checking off all the boxes and giving me what I need and what I deserve and what I know I deserve, and I should reciprocate back as the lover that I am.
Right.
Absolutely, I would be like, nope, sorry, we can't travel. I mean, we could all travel together, but yeah. But it was definitely interesting because it was definitely a
Now, do you think it rekindled some things? I'm just asking the questions the crowd wants to hear.
wait. What do you mean? Are you asking me a question, or are you saying specifically would it rekindle things with people?
I well, I think it's common sense that when you travel with someone, it can ignite feelings. It can make them, it can show you a lot about a person. You could like the person or be like, oh, actually, I don't like this person. Or you could be like, this trip was like eye opening. I don't think I could see myself with this person, or I could see myself with this person. Oh my God, we ended up going the next level or whatever. In your words and in your experience, do you think that it rekindled anything or ignited anything? You know he's watching.
I'm not. We are still. It wasn't nothing negative, and I mean we had a great time. We had a good time, and that's all I could say right now. We had a good time, and we still in progression. And that's how I was saying. But speaking of Canada and traveling, I have a little game for you.
Yeah.
This little game inspired by me being in Canada, falling in love with Canada, and all things Canada. Um,
Blame Canada.
I
Blame
have a
Canada.
little game of who's Canadian. I am going to go down a list of different celebrities, actors, singers, etc., etc., and it's up to you to figure out if they are Americans or Canadian. Are you ready to go true north here with me?
Okay, bring it
All
on.
right, here we go. First up, are they Canadian? Catherine O'Hara. We know her from Home Alone, Schitt's Creek.
I want to say yes because she's like so her humor is very Canadian. Is she?
Yes, Catherine O'Hara is a fellow Pisces. I love her. Next, are they Canadian? Nev Campbell.
Nev Campbell. For that name alone, I should say she's Canadian. No, she's. I think she's American.
You're correct. My girl is American. She is
Okay.
American from one of my favorite franchises, Scream. Next, are they Canadian? Mike Myers. That's
Yes, he's
Austin
Canadian. I
Powers.
love Mike Myers.
Yes. You got it. You got it.
Okay.
Next, are they Canadian? Sarah McLaughlin.
In the arms of the angel. Yeah. I just guessed it.
Are they Canadian? Tate McRae.
Yes. My little Canadian Britney
That
Spears.
was an easy one. That was an easy one. Yes, that's yeah, literally Canadian Britney. Next, are they Canadian? Hugh Jackman.
Mm, Hugh Jackman is not Canadian, but he's not American either. Doesn't he have like an accent? I think he's British. No, he's not Canadian. He better not be. Bitch, are you looking this up right now?
Yes, because he is. You're correct. He is not Canadian. He's from Australia.
Oh, I knew he was something. Not
Next, Ryan Reynolds.
yeah, he's Canadian.
Yes, he is Canadian.
Oh
Justin
God.
Bieber.
Of course he's Canadian.
Easy, easy, easy breezy. Next, Adam Levine.
No, he's from like Los Angeles or something. I'm so
And
smart.
last but not least, Alanis Morissette.
It's like rain. She's Canadian.
You won. You got them all right. You got them all right. Actually, one more. Eric McCormick from Will and Grace.
What is this? Rapid fire? Which is who does he
At
play?
Jack, the one who played Will.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
I thought I was going to throw you off. I wanted to give you one more because I didn't know he was Canadian.
I'm surprised you didn't put on there Celine Dion.
Oh no, but that's typical. That's easy. There was a few that were easy. Drake, I could have put, but that's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Justin Bieber is like, hello.
Yeah, that's easy too. But I mean,
No, he's from Atlanta. No, I'm kidding.
I get my peaches down in Georgia. Yeah, yeah.
Right?
I mean, Gen Z would think he's from Atlanta. Didn't he sing Peaches? All right. Well, moving on. The Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10 started 3 weeks ago. I think we're 3 episodes in. And with 3 episodes in, so much has gone down. I mean, it's almost a week, almost 2 weeks since the scandal that rocked the Bravo universe and rocked us because we would definitely text each other like, yo, we are gagged. Wendy Osefo and her husband, Eddie Osefo, getting arrested early on a Friday morning, getting in the way of our workday and such early in the morning, throwing us off with the gaggery of what was their arrest. Now,
Wait, do you remember where you were when you saw like the post of her getting arrested? I specifically remember it was October 9th. I was in bed and I was like gooped and gagged. Like
I was walking to work. I live near. Well, I'm not gonna give too much details, but my job is not too far, so I live near my job. But I was walking to work, and I was like, and I think I text you, and I'm like, I'm gagged.
I sent you like, yeah, I sent you the post. I shared it or something. Oh Lord.
So as we know, Melanie is the Anderson Cooper to my Andy Cohen. So she is gonna let y'all know the charges and the buffoonery of it all. That is what's going on right now. And then there's a little update today. I don't know if you heard, but I'll let you take it away with the charges.
So Wendy and her husband Eddie Osefo were booked in Westminster, Maryland on Thursday, October 9th. They're facing 16 charges. 7 of them are felonies related to alleged false misleading information fraud in excess of $300. Now, a lot of people got this wrong. They thought that they stole something that was $300 worth. No. A felony of $300, well, a charge of over $300 or more is considered a felony. Basically, they claimed designer bags and jewelry were missing from their bedroom after a reported burglary that happened, I believe, in April.
While they were on vacation.
While they were on vacation, I don't know where they went, Jamaica. Oh yes, they were in Jamaica in 2024. Now the smoking gun was that she was seen wearing, allegedly wearing, one of her diamond rings in question on an Instagram post made after the incident. So after the one of the alleged rings that was stolen, she was wearing it after the fact. The police investigation determined that there are other items that the couple noted were stolen and had been purchased and returned to the stores from where they came from. So not only did they say that some items were stolen, but these items in question, some of them allegedly, were already returned for full refunds. So the Osefos basically claimed $450,000 in personal property loss via their insurance company, according to TMZ. Um, I know that they set bond, like they basically bonded out over the weekend, and they didn't make a comment right away. Um, Apparently today, I think Wendy is going to, like, she's filing a counter lawsuit or something.
Yes, yes. Saying that the police unjustly arrested them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gagged because this is a woman who has 4 degrees, as she loves to tell people. She
Mm,
has a doctorate. She was a professor at John Wesleyan University, I think it's called.
mm-hmm.
She's, she was an anchor for MSNBC for a little bit, like a correspondent. So the fact that this is happening, first of all, I was very disappointed and I was just like shocked, but also like, damn, Wendy, for real.
Yeah. Yeah. What reality TV will do for you. Like, listen, sometimes you think people have it all and stuff, but like, I'm trying to find the right words.
Mind you, her husband is a attorney as well.
Yeah, yeah, and her husband practices like I don't know if he's like currently practicing stuff, but like, and you have these beautiful black children, that are still kids that need their parents. So for both of you to be allegedly, charged with, not allegedly, you are charged with this. We do believe in getting what is it, innocent to proven guilty. But it's not looking good because it's like they called
They
in these,
emailed each other too.
yeah, they called in these insurance things, and everything's always recorded for quality assurance. So I mean, it's true. So I mean, I just not, I don't know, but we'll see how this plays out. Like you said, she just today update, she um firing back that they were unjustly arrested. We'll see how this plays out, but it kind of now, and it has all of us that watch Potomac like with a magnifying glass, like every episode, like, ooh bitch, what is she wearing? Is that something she returned? Is this something she returned? You know what I mean? And listen, these reality stars, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Listen, I worked at Bloomingdale's in New York once upon a time, and you will be surprised, gooped, gagged that people will come, stylists who worked with your favorite A-list celebrities will come, shop things for a show, photo shoot, etc., whatever the thing is, and return it. Trust me, this guy knows because I worked on straight up commission. So I knew what was coming in and out. I knew these people buying things. I knew who these people would name drop sometimes. Yeah. And they will return it right back. So it happens. So I could see it happening even with your favorite reality TV stars. Like, they're not like getting paid millions, like unless you're like a Nene Leakes. But even then, I can still even see a Nene Leakes who used to get paid $1 million per season. Like, still, it's called cutting corners. Like,
I don't understand why they want to keep up with the Joneses and do all that. Like, bitch, rent the runway. You don't need to do that. You don't need to put yourself in a predicament where like you're going to fucking prison. And it's not looking good for the Real Housewives franchises and like the Bravo universe for all these housewives to go to prison for fraud and shit like this. Like, that's not a good look. And DUIs and stuff. Like, now it's becoming a pattern, and it's going to be to the point where now it's going to be almost expected of the next one.
But let me ask you this: do you think Bravo shit gets angry, shakes in their boots over it, feels like, damn, this is fucking us up, or do you think also maybe Bravo on the flip side loves this sensationalism because it brings the eyes to the show? It brings, it's being talked about. It's in the media. People that maybe didn't watch the Housewives are into Bravo are hearing about it in the news. What do you think?
I think that Bravo sees what's going on, but at the end of the day, they gotta produce somehow. So they're gonna go with whatever happens. Like they they made their claim, or like they you could tell where they lie, like how they feel about the whole situation when they did a Teresa comes back to jail spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you basically you're not condoning it, but you're also not like being like we don't condone this type of behavior. She's
Yeah.
not coming back to the show. They're not doing that. So
I
I think
mean,
they're doing it for views, and honestly, they're gonna get the views. But look how Potomac started. They literally started the first episode of this season started with Karen getting into a car after she gets out of jail early. So
so
I don't know.
that's a big hint. She's coming back. It's season 11. There's no like, she's coming back.
Yeah,
The one who I don't see a future for, although her going to
Jen
jail,
Shaw.
is Jen Shaw.
Yeah, Jen Shaw burned her own bridges, but I predict even the next franchise, the new franchise, what is in Rhode
Rhode
Island?
Island, yeah.
I'm
That
pretty
will
sure
be
that they're
dropping
gonna
in.
have
I got a little inside scoop. February will be
February.
airing, yeah.
I have a
11.
feeling that they're gonna have issues too, like issues with the law. So
Yeah. But
we'll
listen, overall, we'll see what happens. So far, we're not getting a la RuPaul Drag Race when we had that controversy a few seasons ago, that bad edit. So it doesn't seem like Bravo's trying to cut and chop and make things not make sense, editing Wendy out. So
well,
that's good.
they did say that her episode of Wife Swap is going to be pushed back.
Yes, it was supposed to be the premiere episode last week, actually, and they had to scramble, push it a week back more, which I'm sure they were pissed about that. And Angie Catsanova's episode ended up being the premiere episode. Real quick, Melissa Gorga, how do you feel that yours wasn't even considered to maybe even replace Wendy's, where they pushed the whole thing back a whole week and made Angie Casanova the first episode? That goes to show some things. That's all I'm gonna say. Call me a troll, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Sips tea.
Okay. Moving on from before we move on, what are your feelings so far on the season? Just really quick. We're 3 episodes, 4 episodes in, 3 episodes of Real Housewives of Potomac.
I like it so far. Stacy is such a weird character to me. Like her anchor voice annoys me. The newbies, Angel and Tia, I
Yeah.
think is her name.
Hmm?
I like Tia. She gives like very uppity step.
Yeah. I
Is it
love an
step?
accent.
Yeah, I like her British accent. It's giving Ladies of London. I like Angel. She's very chill, but I can see how like the girls are gonna try to make her and Kay not be friends.
I have personal feelings about that because Kate started it, like with the chin check thing. Like when
Yeah,
you're talking
Kay
shit
needs
like
to
that about
really-
your own friend, like, oh, I have to check. Like, you don't do
what
that.
side
You
is
don't
she?
do that. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I looked. Did I have I looked it up or bother looking it up? I don't know. I don't
She
know. I know
only
Angel's a Pisces, but yeah,
knows.
I didn't like that about Kay, and I like Kay, but overall this season so far, I'm rocking with it. Although Karen's not there, like I'm following, and
Ooh,
I
November
mean,
28th.
Karen, what is she?
November 28th.
Sagittarius. Mm. But anyways, so far I'm liking Real Housewives of Potomac. So we'll see how this season plays out. I'm definitely gonna stay in. I'm definitely tuned in because I know I'm gonna like this season because my girl, my favorite, is coming back as a friend of, but she's coming back, Monique, and like not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. So I'm all the way tuned in for this season, and so far I'm liking it. But before we move any further, we have some Halloween specials next week. We've been doing that. It's been a
Is
tradition.
it?
It's next week. It's
Good.
next, yeah. I know, me too, because I have
I mean,
something.
I have my costume, but like, damn, I didn't expect this to be next week.
Yeah, it's next week. As you guys know, it's been a tradition of ours for since the inception of the Inner Circle podcast. So next week, Melly and myself will be in giving you our Halloween special. We don't know what we're gonna be, as we like to do each year, surprise ourselves. We're gonna get into some circle. You guys gave your input, so we're gonna get into that in a little bit. But
God.
before we move on, it is time. Libra season ends today and Scorpio season ushers in tomorrow. So, with that being said, it is time to celebrate the new season of Scorpio, the Scorpions. So, you know what time it is? It's time for some Astrology Circle. Scorpio season. Scorpio season runs from October 23rd to November 21st. Its ruling planets is Mars and Pluto. The symbol is the scorpion, as you guys, Scorpio, the name says it all. Personality wise, Scorpios are loyal, passionate, like a Pisces, intense, strong, and independent. Can sometimes come off as secretive, aloof, and detached. Their element is water. The modality is a fixed sign. Some of their weakness or things that could hinder them are distrusting, jealousy, manipulative, and sometimes violent. Their birthstone is topaz.
Super.
Um, Compatibility, one of their best compatibility signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Taurus. Some famous Scorpios that you guys may know of or maybe don't know, but Leonardo DiCaprio, Anne Hathaway, Ryan Gosling, Julia Roberts, Phaedra Parks, Drake, Lisa Bonet, Katy Perry, Frank Ocean, King Charles, and my dad. So shout out to my dad and all the Scorpions this Scorpio season. Wishing you all the best. I love my Scorpios. Here's to your season. Here's to your season. I love a Scorpio. Sometimes I wonder. I'm like, yo, they're supposed to be. My first relationship was a Scorpio. It was great. And then I've kicked it. But then there was a Miami Scorpio that I kicked it with. You know who that is. But I wonder why I haven't had more Scorpios in my life when they're supposed to be like my match. Well, one of my matches.
Stuff on Tauruses. I like Scorpios. They're fun.
All I meet is Tauruses.
But I think I've only dated one Scorpio in my life, and that was like my biggest, like longest crush ever.
Oh, I know. I remember. He was
cool. Yeah, but nah, like it's hard for them to settle down.
It is. I read that they are very sexual, and usually at a later age, when they like over it. Obviously, doing my research for this segment, at a later age when they're over like all the raw, they could settle down, but they could be kind of like a Sagittarius where they don't lock down and they just want to be kind of that freedom.
They got bored.
Yeah.
They got bored.
And they also like a little bit of chase, but they like loyalty in a partner. Listen, anywho, shout out to my Scorpios. I love my Scorpios and my dad. Love you. But now let's get into really quick before we move on and get into the Halloween of it all. Did you hear about Brandy and Monica in like Chicago and Brandy?
Yes. First of all, this is why I don't waste my money on little rinky-dink concerts of like 90s stars. I'm sorry, because Beyonce has spoiled us. If I'm gonna pay top dollar, if I'm gonna pay more than $100 to see you in concert, bitch, you better give me some boom cats, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you're dehydrated, you better have a fucking gallon of water in the back. Like, what is this? Have a Gatorade.
Well, first of all, not everyone dances, but now that you're saying that,
if Janet Jackson can dance and she's 60 years old, you could dance too. Brandy does this shit all the time.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think, because I had this discussion this past week and I was away when it happened, I had this discussion with, and basically, allegedly, and the opinion of the person I was having the discussion with, they think that she did something. She took an upper.
Really? And I was like,
anxiety or something. I'm like, you think so?
Oh, what's an upper?
Uh, You know what's an upper?
Bitch, I'm like straight edge. I don't know.
Upper or
Oh, bueno. If
rolling
that's the
with
case,
the homie.
I don't know. I don't want to allegedly, but
Allegedly.
in the event that that was the case, I don't know. I just feel like her and I've never felt that her and Monica have actually gotten along and actually like squashed their beef. I feel like they are frenemies. And it's almost like, girl, let's just do this gig so we can both get paid. I can't stand you, but let's just go both get paid. That's the type of like vibe that I get from them. That's why when you asked me if we should go, I think a couple weeks back, I
Mm.
was like, nah, I don't know. I'm not really convinced. They don't give me the vibe that they really like each other. And that's not cute. That's why I'd rather see SWV and Escape any day. Because those are actual like sisters. But Monica, I don't know. When I think of Brandy and Monica, I always think of their versus battle and how like cringy that shit was.
Mm.
It was awkward.
Child, well, I don't know, but you know what else has been cringy lately? And I didn't think I was gonna speak about it, but it's really like it's been in the media and like posts and TMZs and thing. That thing called Kevin Federline, which is Britney
Oh,
Spears' baby daddy, ex-husband, released a tell-all. I don't even know the name of the tell-all because well,
Popo's out.
honestly, I did. Call me a bad journalist this time, but I don't really give a fuck. He got a $60 advance to his book. And newsflash to K-Fed, you didn't even crack the top.
He didn't crack the top 10.
He didn't. No, he didn't crack the top 60, sweetie. Like he didn't crack nothing. Okay. But with that being said, allegedly he's hoping that it could be made into a movie. I don't know what type of Tubi movie that's gonna be, but good luck. Um, in this book, he's dropping a lot of bombs and little things. Depends what you call bombs. A lot of things we already kind of knew, but bombs like the fact that Britney Spears called Justin Timberlake the night before him and their wedding. Um, the
What?
last straw that pushed him before he filed for divorce. Newsflash, buddy. I know you're trying to rewrite history here, but this motherfucker here, I used to be plugged to Britney Spears like no other back in the day. Every day I will wake up and I will be on the Britney fan sites, and Britney was at her height, so I was getting new, like real news things. She filed for divorce from you, okay? She left you, so it wasn't what the last straw that broke your back. It was the last straw that broke her back, and she had a good legal team and management back then. So she did what she had to do. So you got blindsided, buddy. And let's rewind back to the articles back then when you said you got blindsided. So I don't know how in this book you're trying to rewrite history and said the last straw that broke your back before you filed for divorce. Now check that. Also, he talks about how her kids always wanted and longed for a relationship with Britney. Listen, let me say this as well as a Britney Spears fan. She may be what she's right now, and listen, I will always love Britney for her legacy. Right now, what she does and stuff, I don't pay attention to it. It's not the Britney that I fell in love with, but I will still love her and always respect her. With that being said, though, that bitch always loved her kids. And if what you and Team Britney did was dangle those kids in front of her, the reason why she kept shut and stood in that conservatorship, because you guys threatened her for years since the beginning that if she didn't perform, went out there and did what y'all wanted to do, her kids, you won't see her kids. So if her kids wanted a relationship, whatever, they've been blinded by you and Team Papa Spears and the people behind that wanted the cash cow.
Yeah.
She loved those kids, and you guys just played her with those kids. One day, those kids, and hopefully it's not too late when those kids realize that their mom truly did love them. Jaden and Sean, go down a rabbit hole of Google and the internet now that everyone just does that nowadays, and you will see how your mom loved you guys, and you will see how the people, your grandpa and your daddy, were catalysts of why she is the way she is today. So that's all I have to say about that. If people are like, oh my God, this book or whatever, but honestly, I don't think people are even paying attention to this book. A lot of people are just laughing it off. Listen, it didn't even crack the top 60.
I don't think he has. First of all, it's very inconvenient time. It's very convenient for him to pull out a book when she's done paying like spousal support or like
Oh,
child support
yeah.
payments. Um, I don't think his. I mean, to each their own. He has his own like
He has
state.
like three other little kids.
Well, that but he
Four or
has
five.
he can write a book. It just don't fucking bullshit or rewrite history. But
But you know what I thought? I thought there was an NDA when they first got together. So how could he now write a book? I asked this question
NDAs
to a
like
blogger.
end. You,
Huh?
NDAs end. You know whose book I would love to read? I cannot wait till the NDA is done, finito kaput.
Melania?
Diana, who?
Melania Trump?
No, ew, gross. I don't care about them. Diana Torres,
Ooh.
the ex-wife of Mark Anthony. I know that bitch
Really?
got a lot to say.
Is
Yeah,
she what's her sign?
I think she's a Pisces.
She is?
I
I think
think
she is. I think she is. I think I looked it up a while ago.
I love to hear her voice when we land in the airport in Puerto Rico.
Me too.
Oh no, her birthday's October 28th.
Oh, she's a Scorpio. Yes, I knew she was a water sign. I knew she was a water sign. She's a Scorpio.
Very pretty. I
Scorpio
would
season.
love, love, love. She's
And you
from
know,
what?
bitch, girl, you know a Scorpio is good for revenge with your stinger. That's another thing about those Scorpios. You
Mark
won't expect
Anthony
it.
has two sons with her. One's name is Christian. He's a Aquarius. Christian Marcus Muniz and Ryan Adrian Muniz. Oh, yeah, he's a Leo. Ew.
Well, and he has two Pisces with Jennifer Lopez, the twins.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to like talk your shit, bitch. I know she got a lot to say,
Maybe by that time she releases that book, we could be interviewing her. Okay.
right?
But let's get into before we end the show. Our Halloween special is next week, which we're excited about. We're gonna be talking all things Halloween and everything. But we every year we like to play with you guys and ask you guys your opinion of what we should be. So here are some. We did our circle poll, our famous circle polls on it in a circle Instagram page. If you're not following us there, please do. And here are some of the choices we had, and here are some of where the leading board stands as of this far.
I
So
hate these fools because y'all so fucking perverted.
we asked for Melanie every year. They're perverted for you, honey. We asked for Melanie, what should Melanie be this year? In one of our first polls for Melanie. And since we know Melanie likes to do a good drag king, hi Ashley Darby. Here are some of the choices we put. Should Melanie be Bad Bunny, Triple H from the WWE, for those of you who don't know, Donald Trump, or George Michael? And right now, leading 40% is Triple H, while Bad Bunny, Donald Trump, and George Michael are at 20%.
Honestly, out of all those, I would honestly do Triple H, but I can't because
I can
I
see that
did
too.
last year. I
That's-
did X
yeah,
Pac from D Generation X.
yeah.
It's like the same thing, but
Then we
that
have,
would be cool. Fucking waters. Yeah, I
then
thought
for
there
me,
was another poll.
huh?
Like I thought there was another female poll, like with female
Yeah,
characters.
yeah, there is. I'm getting there. For me, what should, oh no, what should Melanie be? This Halloween special. This was the second poll that we took. Sexy Cop, Nun, Lilo from Lilo and Stitch, or Snow White. And where Snow White got no vote, so you don't have to worry about that.
Mhm.
Sexy Cop got 20, while right now, currently, Nun and Lilo from Lilo and Stitch are tied at 40%. Um,
Honestly, from all those, I don't think I would be a cop. Hell no. I'm a badge bunny. Why would I want to be a cop? I would do the nun. That would be hilarious, but I feel like God would like punish me.
For myself, the polls was what should Charlie be for Halloween? We had the first one is we had Ghostface, Freddy Krueger, Terrifier, Art from the Terrifier, or The Mask, Jim Carrey, smoking. And as of right now, Freddy Krueger's at 20%, my favorite horror movie. While Terrifier got no votes. Currently, Ghostface and The Mask are tied at 40%.
I
Um,
voted the mask for you.
and okay, and then there's another poll. What should Charlie be? Usher, Michael Jackson, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, or J.D. Vance. If you guys don't know, that's the vice president. Um, and right now, we have Michael Jackson and The Rock, Dwayne Johnson tied at 20%, while Usher is leading at 60% of what I should be. So,
You look like Usher with a microphone. Like that
right?
doesn't make sense. I would love if you were Michael Jackson. Honestly, I saw on TikTok a Michael Jackson costume that I was like, fuck, maybe I should do it last minute. And like it had a little baby and it's supposed to be blanket and he had like a
Oh,
pillowcase over his face.
mhm.
Damn, I really thought about it. Maybe next year.
Well, speaking of Halloween, I don't want to spend too much time because next week is our jam-packed Halloween special episode. But this online publicity wrote after 63 years, Monster Mash, we do the mash, we do the monster mash.
Yeah,
Is the biggest Halloween song of all time.
I
So
love
on
that
the inner
song.
circle, we asked, yeah, if y'all agree, and 67% of y'all said yes, it's a classic. While 33% said nah, much better choices. Now I will have to say I'm in that minority of 33% because where yes is a cute little song for the season, I don't think it's the biggest Halloween song
What
of
do
all.
you think is the biggest? Thriller?
Thriller. In our generation, yeah, it may not be 63 years. Thriller is maybe not that old, but Thriller is more even for the younger kids. And trust me, I work with the little babies, so I know they be when I put Thriller on this time of year, they be so even for the newer generations, I had to kind of
Aw,
like them.
so cute.
A Thriller mainstream wise and like think it, I feel like Thriller will be is a bigger song.
I mean, Thriller is always gonna be a bigger song because hello, it's Michael Jackson. But the Monster Mash is like a cute little. It reminds me of like Frankenstein.
No, it takes you back. Don't get me wrong. It takes you back. It's taking shit. When I was a teenager and I would hear it at parties, I was still young and it still took made me feel like it traveled me to a time and place, like an older place as
Yeah,
a kid, as 12 years old. So I get it and the nostalgia with that, but I don't think it's the biggest song. No.
yeah. There's a couple of Halloween songs that I like that people don't consider to be Halloween songs, like the B-52s "Rock Lobster." I love that song.
Well, even now, maybe next week we could talk about that. Put that like as a reminder, songs that maybe like are Halloween as, but people don't consider it. Like for example, Britney Spears. Funny enough, Britney Spears
Freak
team
show.
finally made "Scary," a song that was a bonus on the Asian version of the Femme Fatale album. Finally available in the US and fans, especially now with this whole cave fake scandal going on, raised this song to like almost the top 10 for an old song on iTunes. So I actually think that's like a Halloween
What song? Freak
song.
show?
Scary. It's scary, yeah. You never heard Scary?
I don't think so.
I
Not the
think
way
I
you're
need
singing
some
now.
hypnotherapy, yeah.
I gotta
I'm
listen
gonna
to
send
it.
it to you after the show. We're not gonna play it here because we don't want copyright issues. But we do want to say thank you very much for tuning in for another great episode. Next week we're excited because we're gonna have fun. We are going to be someone else, and who doesn't like to be someone else?
Do you want to give a hint?
I don't want to give a hint because I'm like it may change. I was locked in of what I thought I was gonna be, but now my like the days I'm gonna go out, I think I may go out too this weekend dressed up, and then definitely next Friday I'm
Then
going out.
I need a costume for to go out because I don't feel like I'm gonna be a man for this special.
But that's the thing. I'm thinking now if because I know definitely next Friday I got a different costume. Me
Right.
and my boy got a costume for next Friday that was ordered. So it changed something else that we were gonna do. So now I don't know if to wear that costume that I was gonna do this week on the show or still order the thing. I just gotta map it out. But I'll explain in detail. But here's my hint.
Mhm.
No, I don't want to say that word because it's gonna give it away for the smart people. Here's my hint. Um,
You could just say a color. You could just say If it's if it references a movie, what genre? You don't like.
Zsa Zsa Gabor. That's all I'm gonna say,
I love Zsa Zsa.
and I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Well, it's been a lovely episode.
It has been a lovely episode. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to watch, like, subscribe, share, all those good stuff. Give it a thumbs up. It's free. Comment helps our algorithm, all that good stuff. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you next week on our Halloween special. You never know what's going to go on. Adios. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.